from the Kentucky Derby. A good start for California Chrome. He broke a bit outwardly. He'll be among the early leaders. Harry's Holiday fires out fast from the inside. There goes Cheetu, and California Chrome is right with them. Uncle Si, California Chrome, and Cheetu will set the pace in the Derby. And then it's Samrat running in third position, and then Vickers in trouble to the inside. Harry's Holiday is hard to control early, and moving up on the far outside of horses is Wildcat Red and Intense Holiday. Then it's Tapiture, Meadow Count, Vince Ramos, and Danza's guided down to the inside part of the track. Wicked Strong is next. Oh, Candy Boy had to steady hard on that turn. Then it's Dance with Fate, We Miss Artie to the inside. Between horses, General A-Rod, Commanding Curve, and Ride on Curlin, who was taken to the back by Calvin Burrell, will be last of them all. As they go to the back stretch, the pace is not fast. They went 47-1 for a half mile, and Uncle Si is the leader. Cheetu is second, and California Chrome is now just off of them. Victor Espinoza has him well in hand, running in third position, a length and a half off the lead. And then comes Samrat to the outside. Intense Holidays on the far outside, pretty close to the pace. Victor's in trouble, and Rosina Pravnik down at the rail. Then comes Danza and Tapiture. Now they make their way into the far turn, and it is Uncle Si the leader. Cheetu is alongside, and California Chrome is third, just outside the leaders. Samrat is right next to him. The four of them are together. Then Intense Holiday, Tapiture, Meadow Count, Danza's right there in contention. Dance with Fate is next, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. And California Chrome makes his move for the lead. It is California Chrome on the outside. Samrat runs at him with the 8-pole. California Chrome is pulling away. California Chrome into the final furlong. He's got a 5-length lead on his competition. It is California Chrome in front. And from the back of the pack on the outside, Commanding Curve is taken second. But California Chrome shines bright in the Kentucky Derby. Commanding Curve was second, and then came Danza in third. The final time, 2 minutes, 3.66 seconds.
Derby dreams do come true. One of the owners, Steve Coburn, dreamt just before this horse was foaled that he was going to win the Kentucky Derby. And on Coburn's 61st birthday, California Chrome just looks like the real deal that everyone thought he was when he won the Santa Anita Derby. This is his 5th win in a row, and he seems to get better every time he runs.
Tom, the stage was set when he broke well. He laid up close. Victor Espinoza was able to move outside the dirt into the clear. I mean, just like we said he needed to do to win, it worked out picture perfect for him.
Everything fell into place. What a nice ride by Victor Espinoza. And he had the horse that was adaptable enough to show some speed early, then ease a little back and sort of turn the switch off. And then, just like at Santa Anita in those races we saw, he separated himself quickly from the competition when they turned for home.
You know, it might have looked easy, but with all the pressure of riding the favorite of the Kentucky Derby and the issues you might face in the gate, and then what do you do if he gets up in a speed duel early? Victor handled him beautifully. As we see the start, California Chrome behaving very well, breaking well, a little out, but not a big deal at all. So Victor didn't have to push on him very hard, just allowing California Chrome to use his natural early speed. You see Victor looking outside to see who might want to clear him. Rosina Pravnik and behind him with the red cap cover and the R having a little problem, rating Vickers in trouble. But Victor Espinoza couldn't be any happier right here as the speed crosses over in front of him.
There you saw how he tightened up on the reins and just eased California Chrome back, and now he'll take California Chrome to the outside of Cheetu. Top of the stretch, as we saw in California, it's over.
This is exactly how he won his last 2 races, making the lead, turning for home, and accelerating, opening up every furlong. He got a bigger margin and a bigger margin, really a dominating win.
Out of an $8,000 mare and a $2,500 stallion, people paid millions of dollars to try to win the Kentucky Derby. What an unbelievable story this is.
Well, they already turned down $6 million for 51%, and that was a race or 2 ago. So can you imagine? Victor Espinoza, a brilliant ride. As you and Jerry noted, Randy, he was able, in addition to reserve him back a little bit, but keep him from getting the dirt in his face, which he does not like. And Art Sherman becomes the oldest trainer ever to saddle a Derby winner, 77 years old. Charlie Whittingham was 76 when Sunday Silence won the Derby. Now Sherman at 77, the oldest ever. Let's go to Donna.
Well, Victor, we've been watching everybody else celebrate on air. We've been watching the owners celebrate, the trainers celebrate. Finally, we get to find out from you, what's it mean to win your second Kentucky Derby?
Man, awesome. I mean, I never have the, dreams that I want to win 2 Kentucky Derbys in my entire career, I was a young guy, and I never know that I was going to be a jockey, and look at me. It just ended up to run in, 2 Kentucky Derbys. It's just an awesome feeling, and you know what? Working hard and everything comes along.
A fairy tale story. California Chrome is a horse that essentially cost around $10,000, and he wins the Kentucky Derby today. You're now 5 for 5 on this horse. How good a horse is this, Victor?
You know what? I really don't know. You have to ask him. I think we get along together very well. I mean, since I started him, the first time I rode him, he was just an impressive horse, an amazing horse. And I think we'll get along because I let him do his thing. Let him enjoy the race around, whatever he wants to do, and not try to go against him. And I think he likes that.
The trainer Art Sherman told me before that he just lets you ride your race. You're telling me that you just let him run his race. There was a little bit of concern that at the starting gate he might have a little trouble with this big field because sometimes he breaks his steps slow. Tell me about the start of the race.
I got started very well. I jumped out of there running, and I almost want to let it go into the front, and there's 2 horses, they want to go a little bit quicker than me, so I started slowing down right in the first, as soon as I crossed the wire, and everybody got right to me. I was going to move it outside, but it was a little bit difficult in there for me, but I built all the swing to the outside without a problem, and that was it.
Congratulations, Victor. A fairy tale horse with a fairy tale ending. Let's go to Tom.
All right, Donna, and is a fairy tale ending for Victor Espinoza and California Chrome, the first California bred to win the Derby since 1962. And what about Art Sherman, who came with swaps, and as he said, this horse is my swaps, and he looked like it today. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Tom. Tom Hammond just said, talking about Art, when you said this horse is my swaps. Did he look like that today?
He sure did. I'll tell you, it gave me the biggest thrill I ever had in my life. Yes.
Were you thinking back to that time when you were that teenager riding on that car with swaps coming here as he was coming down the stretch and all those memories?
Well, I did. When I went over to Swap's grave the other day, I said a little prayer and it came true.
What was that prayer?
They said, I hope he's another Swaps.
Steve?
Yes.
By the way, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know what kind of present can top this.
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing. Nothing at all right now. Nothing. We've done. Art Sherman has come full circle from the exercise rider, California bred, that won the Kentucky Derby, to training a California bred that won the Kentucky Derby. So all I got to say is, do you non-believers believe this horse now and believe this man can train a horse? Because if you don't, you need to have your head examined.
Some people once upon a time said you guys have to have your head examined. An $8,000 mare. What are you thinking? Well, I guess you thought well.
Yeah, Perry did the research on her breeding and the back breeding of her and Lucky Pulpit both. And they just had a mix that I don't think many people saw. And it's a dream come true. And it's a great birthday present. It really is.
Happy birthday. Congratulations, Steve. One more thing, Art. Did he do everything that you expected today? Is there a lot left in him?
Well, I was riding in the last 70 yards with Victor, so I think he was riding him too, so he had a lot of weight on him, I can tell you that.
You rode great today. Congratulations, Art. Tom?
All right, Kenny. Art trains California Chrome at Los Alamitos in Southern California, which is known as a quarter horse track, but now moving into thoroughbreds with the closure of Hollywood Park. They're going to party there tonight for sure because this horse is a favorite there. He already was on the billboard outside the track that he trained there. So at Southern California, at Los Alamitos, at Santa Anita, and everywhere in the Golden State, they're celebrating a California-bred winner of the 140th Kentucky Derby. With authority, California Chrome and Victor Espinoza for Art Sherman win the Roses at Churchill Downs. Pieces are in. Here are the payoffs. California Chrome paying $7, $5.60 and $4.20. Commanding Curve, a long shot trained by Dallas Stewart, who ran second with long shot Golden Soul last year at over 30-1. This horse 37-1 finishes second, pays $31.80 to place. Danza was third. Exacta $340, $1,700 for the dollar trifecta, and $7,600 for the dollar superfecta.
Well, as we spoke about prior to this running, it can be a little rough as you go down the stretch, and Danza, number 4, experienced just that. They broke from the gate. California Chrome's screen left to him. Good break for Danza. Jockey Joe Bravo hustles him out. But as we go down the stretch, you're going to see a little crowding, and Danza gets ping-ponged around a little bit. It happens just a little bit later. Here he goes, boom, gets knocked in, and then Joe Bravo has a little spot to get. Now he kind of angles him back out. That wasn't the end of it for Danza. He ends up with a good little spot here along the rail, but each bump takes a little bit out of these horses as they go through the body of the race.
He moved up a little bit on the backstretch now as you see him going around the turn. Meanwhile, Commanding Curve is, of course, well back in the back. Gets him at the very bottom. Yellow Silks, Black Star. That's his running style. So that's no surprise there. And here's Danza next to the rail, which he likes.
Good trip for him so far, other than the bump. Now we turn for home. You see Wicked California Chrome taking the lead, drawing out Wicked Strong, not too far back in the beige and red silks with a shadow roll on his neck, slowly making up ground. Danza switching out to about the 4-path for Joe Bravo, making a clean run through the stretch. But nobody had an excuse that you could say it cost him the race.
No, Wicked Strong had a bit of traffic to deal with there when a horse cut over in front of him, but it certainly wasn't going to change the outcome of this race. Here's Commanding Curve now. Again, he was well back in the pack. The Yellow Silks, that's him with a 3-wide trip at this point as they hit the second turn. Similar running style to Golden Soul a year ago, way back in the pack, and then sort of letting the pieces fall where they may. But the early pace was not as fast in this race as we had expected. The half mile was 47 seconds and a few fifths, which is much slower than we thought it would be.
And of course, to avoid the traffic, you can see there's hardly any place to go in the middle of the pack. So Robbie Alvarado angles him out in the middle of the racetrack for a clear run, losing a little bit of momentum, losing a little bit of lengths, but as I said, nobody was going to beat California Chrome today. It was all his.
Yeah, Tom, we'll be going back, Jerry and I, and analyzing all these videos, all these isolated replays, every which way we can. Analyze the time, which was not that impressive at first glance, 2:03.66, but sometimes the track surface can change throughout the day. You can't take anything away from the authority the California Chrome showed, though.
And how about that DAP on the silks, on the blinkers? Victor Espinoza acknowledging with his hat. The DAP stands for Dumbass Partners. If you buy this horse, you're a dumbass. That's the dam of the Kentucky Derby winner now. They purchased for $8,000. What a story. Heading back to the stable area, victorious with all that shiny chrome on him. The white blazed face, the 4 white feet. California Chrome did it at Churchill Downs today, and Victor Espinoza had a brilliant ride. Official margin was 1 3/4 lengths. As you see the complete order of finish, Wicked Strong in 4th place, Samrat. You see all the way down to Intense Holiday, who finished in 12th place. Candy Boy and Gary Stevens in 13th. Uncle Si among the early leaders, faded, and all the way down to Vickers in Trouble, who ran last, beaten nearly 40 lengths in the Derby today. Now for the presentation, let's go to Bob Costas.
All right, Tom. Bob Evans is the chairman and CEO of Churchill Downs Incorporated. Steve Beshear is the governor of the state of Kentucky, and it is his pleasure to present the trophy to the owners, Steve Coburn and Perry Martin.
Bob, the eyes of the world today are on Kentucky as the horse capital of the world. Those eyes are also on California Chrome, the winner of the 140th running of the Kentucky Derby here at Churchill Downs. So do the Martins, the Coburns, Art, Victor. Here you go. Come on, Perry.
Perry a little reluctant, but he's going to join Steve. Steve, you said prior to this race that this wasn't just a horse that had Derby possibilities, but had Triple Crown possibilities. Obviously, nothing that happened today would change that opinion.
No change for me. I think we're in a pretty good place right now. I really do. Our guardian angels have been watching over us, and they put this horse on the right path. So, yeah, we'll see you all in Maryland. And then we'll see you all in New York. So, yes, we're going. We're going. Why not? Why not?
Perry, this horse was bred for barely $10,000, and then you turned down $6 million for half ownership. That shows a real belief in the horse.
I had a real belief in the horse, yes.
See, this is why Steve handles most of the interviews. He had a real belief in the horse, yes. If you'd care to expand on that, please do.
Well, this man right here is a very smart man. He looks at the back bloodlines on these horses, and we knew that we had something special first time we see this baby on the ground. And I knew it, he knew it, and I hope the whole world knows it now. I really do.
Steve, Perry, congratulations. Let's go over to Josh with jockey and trainer.
Two smart men who hired a real talent in Art Sherman. Now the oldest trainer to win a Kentucky Derby at 77 years young. Art, it's an unlikely story, but now that you stand here on top of the pyramid, how does it feel?
Outstanding. You know, words can't describe how I feel now. It's like a dream come true. You know, you work for a lot of years on the racetrack, and I know there's a lot of good trainers out there, and this means a whole lot to me. It really does.
What did you think of Victor's run?
Hey, I thought he rode him perfect. Never gave him any instructions. I said, hey, you know this horse. Go for it.
Meanwhile, Victor, that's now 5 for 5 atop Chrome, and certainly it speaks to the relationship between you and the horse. What makes you two such a good pair?
You know what? I asked the same question myself. I really don't know how we get along that well. I think because I let him do his thing, and I really don't mess with him too much. I let him enjoy himself around the racetrack and just stretch his legs and do whatever he wants and, you know, his job.
You know, you two shared a hug, and you said to Art, now the pressure's coming. You're looking ahead to the Preakness in 2 weeks. You're going to make it 2 for 2.
You know what? Yeah, now exactly it's like I was telling him. You know, I have a little pressure before I come to the Kentucky Derby. Now it really comes to for the next race. You know, the pressure really is on me, and I don't know about him. But you know, it's like. But the one thing I know, good thing he don't give me instructions. Maybe I mess it up.
Victor, congratulations on his second Derby win. Art, congratulations on a lifetime that paid off here big today. Bob.
All right, Josh, thanks very much. California Chrome was absolutely impressive and certainly looks like a horse that would have a Triple Crown shot. But before we get carried away, keep this in mind. Since Affirmed last did it in 1978, 12 different times a horse has won not just the Derby, but the Derby and the Preakness, only to fall short in the Belmont. So it is a very, very large task. But just in case, given how good California Chrome looked, if they decide to make a movie about this horse, they've already contacted Wilford Brimley about playing the role of Steve Coburn. Tom?
All right, Bob, and Steve Coburn had the Derby dream. California Chrome made it come true.
Not only a Derby dream, when the horse hit the ground, he actually gave Art Sherman a road map on how to get to the Kentucky Derby. A less patient and less affable trainer. You know what he would have done with that road map, and yet it's all panned out so far. Victor Espinosa talked about the pressure at the Preakness. The last time he won the Derby on War Emblem, he won the Preakness even more impressively. So much for that.
Well, as a jockey, I always look forward to the next town, you know, and there's no reason in my mind that this horse can't do it there. He's got enough speed for the shorter race. There's nobody behind him that got in so much trouble you think they might beat him next time. So it looks like he's in really good shape for Baltimore.
He's gone to the lead and survived speed duels and fast paces. He set off the pace in slow paces. So far, the horse can do it all.
Well, as always, there'll be some new shooters, too, that'll come and test him, and we hope to see him in Baltimore when it should be quite